Every night at exactly 2:11 a.m., my house showed me how I was going to die, and no matter what I changed, the ending stayed the same. It was a cold, unnerving ritual, and tonight it would begin again. My name is Ethan Walker. I bought the house on Willow Creek Road in Oregon for a price that was almost unbelievable. The realtor was suspiciously eager, not asking any questions, and honestly, neither did I. The savings were just too good to pass up. The first night I moved in, the air felt heavy, thick with anticipation. The house itself seemed to be holding its breath, like it was waiting for something, or someone. I unpacked a few boxes, tried to settle in, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. I eventually drifted off to sleep on the couch, but not for long. At precisely 2:11 a.m., every single light in the house snapped on, blinding me. The television in the living room powered on by itself, its screen a blizzard of static. The hiss filled the room before the static cleared, revealing a live video feed. It was my living room, and I was standing in it, breathing fast, eyes wide with terror. Then, the horror truly began. On the screen, I watched myself. I saw a shadow move behind the on-screen me. I saw my own body tense up, and then my head twisted at an impossible angle. I watched myself collapse to the floor, lifeless. The screen went black. The silence that followed was even worse than the static. Then, a whisper seemed to crawl from the very walls of the house, a dry, rasping sound that said, "Again tomorrow." I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. The next day, I was a wreck, convinced I was hallucinating. To prove myself sane, I unplugged every electronic device in the house. I took the batteries out of the remotes. I even flipped the main circuit breaker for the living room. But at 2:11 a.m., it happened anyway. The TV flickered to life, its cord still dangling uselessly from the wall. This time the scene was different, the kitchen, but the ending was exactly the same. My death replayed in excruciating detail. Desperate, I started tearing the house apart, searching for any explanation. In the dusty, forgotten basement, behind a crumbling section of drywall, I found them: names. Dozens of names were carved into the wooden foundation beams. Each one was violently crossed out, except for the last one, my name, Ethan Walker, and it wasn't crossed out. On the floor beneath the names lay an old, leather-bound notebook. The ink inside was faded, the handwriting shaky and erratic. It laid out the rules of the house. 1. The house shows the future. 2. You cannot stop it. 3. You can only delay it. 4. Don't try to leave. The final chilling line was written in a different, heavier hand. The house needs a replacement. That was it. I wasn't staying. I burst out of the house and ran, not daring to look back. I ran until my lungs burned, putting as much distance as I could between me and that place. But as the clock on my phone ticked over to 2:11 a.m., the world around me dissolved into a blur of light and color. I blinked, and I was back in the living room. The TV was on, showing a new video. This time, it was focused on the front door, the same door I had just escaped through. A voice echoed around me, clearer this time. "You're not watching the future. You're remembering it." And in that single horrifying moment, I understood. I wasn't a resident. I was a recording. I had already died here, over and over and over again. The house wasn't showing me my future. It was showing me my past, my endless loop of death. The final video played. It showed me, standing right where I was, a strange, serene smile on my face. The on-screen me opened his mouth and said, "Welcome home." As the words echoed in the real room, I felt it, a cold pressure on the back of my neck, an unstoppable force, turning my head, twisting, until everything went dark. Morning came, and the house was quiet. A car pulled into the driveway. A new family, young and hopeful, stepped out to tour the property. The realtor met them at the door with a practiced, predatory smile. As they stepped inside, admiring the spacious living room, the television behind them flickered on for just a second. Tonight, at 2:11 a.m., someone new will learn how they died, and the house will be waiting.